Hi, my name is Michael Moles. I'm an ex-Ontario Hydro employee, now OPG, and a whistleblower. And here's my story. First of all, it started as a job challenge. Ontario Hydro at this time was overbuilt and close to going bankrupt. An unqualified person was given a targeted position that I really fancied. I overrode them on education, experience, and track record. Unfortunately, Ontario Hydro did not recognize merit. So I challenged the job, which is normal. I realized that the manager, Jim Brown, was scamming the corporation through a small company called Cariad. And this is your money as well as mine. I sent a memo to the vice president. Management basically replied saying, we can ignore anything, refuse to reply, say anything we choose. Internal audit only interviewed the accounting clerk. This was whitewash number one. Annoyed with being whitewashed, I went back to my criminal lawyer, Richard Darragh. He recommended going to Private Investigators International. I asked PII for a case one step short of criminal fraud to avoid OPG going bankrupt. PII delivered well, fast, cheap, and efficient. They even supplied a fax talking about laundering money. I sent the request to Maurice Strong, who was then chair of Ontario Hydro. After some dancing, Strong asked Arthur Anderson to review the case. I gave the PII presentation to Arthur Anderson. They were impressed. Arthur Anderson said, go to the Globe and Mail. Unfortunately, I was still an employee, so I didn't want that to happen. Unfortunately, my wife died at this stage. Management waited a couple of months, then delivered a letter again deliberately whitewashing the case, whitewash number 2. Maurice Strong had rejected all my evidence. Management, meanwhile, was rocking and rolling, possibly as a side effect of this challenge. I asked Susan Eng in the Police Services Board for assistance. She sent a fraud squad member to investigate. He found nothing, but he didn't contact me first. I sent a letter to the Minister of Energy, no reply. I asked my lawyer to contact the fraud squad again. Ontario Hydro management were unhappy. They demanded that I write no more letters. I more or less agreed, assuming all would work out with the fraud squad. Fraud squad meeting was not encouraging. Eventually, the fraud squad recommended that I ask Ontario Hydro management to contact them. So I wrote to Bill Farlinger, who was the new chair. And a month later, which was November 1996, I was dismissed. So I took my case to the union. My first rep was initially unimpressed, but over time she came to realize there really was something going on here. Unfortunately, she left the society and was replaced by Matthew Kelway. Matthew turned out to be a very different beast, corrupt and sleazy. Essentially, Matthew Kelway manipulated the case. Finally, he and a lawyer showed me the forged Arthur Anderson report. No names, no signatures, no reference number. The document was not referenceable, clearly a forgery. Matthew and his lawyer had lied. I posted the case on the internet at www.hydrogate.com and started sending out emails. And this included Maurice Strong, Bill Farlinger, Larry Leonoff, Dave McCarthy, and others. Ontario Hydro threatened to sue me, and their attempts fell flat. I contacted my local Globe and Mail journalist with the story. Now, normally, the Globe and Mail is pretty interested in Ontario Hydro, criminal fraud, and all the other aspects. But sorry, not this time. I also contacted other media from Toronto Star, CTV National, National Post, CBC, the Ontario Hydro auditors, the provincial auditor, the provincial and federal politician, banks, and Banks of Canada. I sent around 50 emails, usually with massive circulations, but didn't get much in the way of replies. I also contacted the Ontario Labour Relations Board. No, they were not interested. Both Richard Darragh, my new lawyer Robert DiVincenzo, and another lawyer tried as well. Still no interest, based on minor technicalities. Tried to get the Arthur Anderson report through the Freedom of Information. This proved frustrating. Basically, we ran out of time. It's very clear that Ontario Hydro Management, now OPG, have covered up this fraud and forged a report to do so. This impacts on you, me, and everyone in Ontario, financially and competition-wise. So please contact OPG Management, your local MP, or your fraud squad to complain. These comments are factually true and the names are correct. That's my story. Thank you very much. Have a nice day. If you want to contact me, my email address is michaelmoles@hotmail.com and my website is www.hydro-gate.com. Thank you very much and have a good day.